Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making kale chips. So I have cut all the kale up, as you can see, and I washed it, and now I'm going to put it in this mixing bowl. I'm going to throw all the kale in here. And make sure you wash your kale really well, okay? And we're just gonna throw the kale in. And voila! All the kale is in the bowl. And there's the kale in the bowl. Now we're just gonna add the ingredients, okay? I'm really excited about these kale chips. I have never ever made kale chips before. So I'm going to use a little bit of mustard, hoping that it will just give it a little bit of spice. But I'm not going to use a lot because I don't want to make it soggy. I love kale chips. They're really healthy for you. It's really important to eat your greens. This is Himalayan salt that I'm going to use just a little bit. Why not? I really think Himalayan salt is really good for you. It's really important to have some iodine in your diet. I'm going to just use some mixed herbs, herbs of Provence, so just a little bit of some mixed herbs. I'm just hoping to get a little bit of flavor. And this is going to be a little bit of chili powder. Has anyone else made kale chips out there? If you have, please let me know how they've turned out. I'm really hoping that these turn out well. This is garlic powder, so I'm going to throw some garlic powder in there. I actually really like garlic powder. Then for the final ingredient that I'm going to use is going to be coconut oil. So I'm just going to add just a tad, not a whole bunch. I mean, I do think coconut oil is good for you, but I think it's good to just limit your oils, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead. I have all my ingredients in here. So I'm going to mix these up. Then we'll be all set. And I can just put them in the pan. I mean, the recipe seems pretty easy, and I always have kale in my house, so I would love to see how these turn out so that I can start making them more. Now, I did preheat my oven to 300, and I believe I'm just going to leave them in the oven for about 10 minutes. But I will let you know. So right now I'm just mixing all of this in my bowl. I want to mix it really well. This is my baking sheet. Here's my kale. Just gonna dump this on in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this kale into the oven, and we will post once they come up. Are you excited as I am? Okay, so I'm actually going to transfer my kale chips to a sheet like this. I think if I'm able to spread them out, they're going to come out a lot crunchier. So I'm going to just transfer these, and I also added a bunch of nutritional yeast on top. So I'm going to spread these out onto the baking sheet. I just think they're going to get a lot more crispier. Okay everyone, so the kale chips are now out of the oven. I left them in the oven for about 10 minutes, and then I kind of turned them, and then I left them on in there another 15 minutes. Now, I did do something different. So I used this baking sheet, just a normal baking sheet, And I find that they did crisp up, but they did wilt a little bit. And then I also used some parchment paper. Now, the ones on the parchment paper I found did not shrivel up and still stayed a really good size. So I think the next time I make kale chips, I probably will use the parchment paper. And so I also think it's important to turn them, maybe about 10-15 minutes through, just to turn them. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to enjoy my homemade kale chips, and we'll see you soon. Hit the like button if you'd like to see more recipes and delicious ideas.